Fly me to the moon,
Back in the old time there,
Suki.
Scotty.
Let me play upon the stars.
This feels like, crazy. This feels like craziness is going to erupt in my house at any point.
Oh, Suki, it's always a gamble with you. When we go instead of 1 p.m. when we don't go at 1 p.m. in the afternoon when your kids are at school, this 7:30 time slot's a little bit of a gamble. We don't know what your husband could be cleaning and Swiffering behind you.
He's coming back. He will
be. The dog could be pooping on that floor behind you.
And by the way, I feel like everybody should my husband just read me the riot act about like the dog has to go out every hour and a half. I was like, really? Like every hour and a half, I'm going to have to sit there watching this.
Dude, I told you. Everybody loading up. Jeannie Clay in the house. Deborah Partridge, Jerry Hetrick. We'll let everybody load up before we hit the start to the show. Suk, we have had some amazing shows over the last year and a half, almost 2 years now.
Can you believe it's almost been 2 years since we started this? Like,
yeah.
Women of Prayer.
Isn't that wild?
Let's do it.
2 years ago, you and I met one morning in somebody's studio, and we sat and talked for an hour. No guests, right? Just the two of us.
Just talking about topics,
singing, making each other laugh. And then the pandemic hit, and that changed our lives on this show for the better, if you will. Really, oddly enough, the pandemic is what created this show. Because we turned it into this thing where we don't leave our homes. The guests started coming in because it was easy for everybody to come on the show. And once we had one celebrity, it just steamrolled into all these entertainers and celebs. And here we are. We're still doing the show. It's amazing.
The game has changed, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you see on most of the talk shows anyway right now, right? Nobody's going into studios still.
No, people are doing Zoom interviews all day long. I mean,
man,
it's crazy.
And now we've got the Omicron virus happening, and that's...
Can I tell you something? I just really don't even want to think about it. I don't
that's why we
about it.
That's why we don't talk about it.
I don't know where everybody's living right now, but it apparently snowed in not Alaska. It apparently snowed in Hawaii.
No.
And then the island of Oahu had torrential flooding. I was like, really? Meanwhile, it was freezing today, warm tomorrow in New York.
Yep. And Suk, I am the healthiest man in New York, so I never get sick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens.
Wood, Scotty. Knock on wood.
Listen, we have an amazing show tonight. Karina Smirnoff is here. Huge Dancing with the Stars star, formerly of.
Her name. Yeah.
She's an actress as well. She's got her own dance studio. Remember, we had Renee Taylor on the show. Remember Renee? We saw the movie Tango Shalom. She was in the movie. And I told the folks at the movie, I said, listen, nobody else comes on this show unless Karina Smirnoff comes on the show. I need Karina Smirnoff on the show.
Tango Shalom.
So Tango Shalom, it's still out there in the digital world. She's coming on. I can't wait to talk to her. And when you look at the list of all the people she's danced with on that show, Suk, it's really a who's who. So we're going to get all the dirt from her. We'll see what she's doing. She's got a baby boy now. So she's a mom. She's got a beautiful baby, and it's just she's got just such an amazing story from where she came from. And Rex Dean coming back to the show tonight. The women love Rex. He's the ultimate crooner.
Can Rex we should just let Rex sing?
Yeah, we don't have to interview him. We're just gonna let him sing. And then Philly Kid will be here, and we'll do a little OT. Phil will sing in the OT, and we just keep on rolling, baby. You want me to hit the show? Should I hit the start now?
Hit the show. Let's start it up. Let's do it.
Here we go, baby.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
Suki and Scott. That's 7 of Hearts. Woo! Exactly.
This is a sexy show.
Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
I answered you because I have respect for you guys, and it was a question respectfully put.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor.
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor!
Entertainment.
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
And you and optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Ultraviolet light, it gets in there and it just fights the kung flu. Is that right? Okay.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
Ah, yes, indeed. And you know what I noticed, Suk, while the intro's running, I think I'm getting a little feedback on your speaker, by the way. While the intro's running,
Yeah.
Even worse now.
You getting feedback on me?
Yeah. Oh, not anymore. There you go. It's gone. No, I still hear it. Can you hear me?
Really?
Suki, can you hear me? Check it out. Check it out before we start.
Is it better?
Check.
Better?
Yeah, it's better. Suk, while the intro's going, I'm watching all the viewers clicking on, and they're all saying hello to each other.
I know, because we created this real amazing community of people who are doing their thing. Are you still getting feedback off of me?
No, it's fine. It sounds good now. But anyway, Suk, listen, before we bring Karina in, I needed to ask you, because we haven't spoke since last week. And I need to ask you about your viewing habits right now. I got 2 shows for you that you absolutely have to watch. You have to watch them. One's on Netflix.
Are they good? Or are they like kind
They
of
are
my shows,
excellent.
or are they your shows?
No. They're everybody's shows.
Okay,
Everybody's
got you.
shows. First of all, on Netflix, you got True Story with Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes. You got to watch
True
it.
Story with Kevin Hart. Okay.
It's amazing. I'm not a big Kevin Hart comedian fan. He doesn't really
my
make
kid
me
loves
laugh.
Kevin Hart.
He's a great dramatic actor, Suk. You got to see this. It's only 7 episodes, and it's phenomenal. You'll love it. He and Wesley Snipes are amazing. And then the other one everybody was telling me about, I finally got into it, was Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. Have you heard?
All my friends talk about Yellowstone. I haven't gotten into it yet.
Dude, we blasted through. And I'm not a big cowboy series guy.
Country, cowboy
But this
thing.
is like it's like nothing you've ever watched. It is so
Is
good.
this the one with
Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner. It's almost like he's the Don Corleone of cowboys and Montana. He's the largest ranch owner in the country, millionaire. He's got these guys who there's so much action and some of it you don't even want to look. But the storyline, once the first show ends, you just have to keep going.
Can I ask you a question? Have you seen the morning show? Everyone's like, you haven't seen the morning show?
I haven't. We should see the morning show since we did that, right?
You should watch it and dissect every episode and be like, that's fact. You know what we should do?
What?
I just had an idea.
We can't watch it on the show.
Like, you don't watch it, and then in the corner, me and you go, bull.
Not real. That's not real. But yeah, you got to watch Yellowstone. It's fantastic. It really is. You'll love it. Anyway, listen, Karina Smirnoff is here. Tango Shalom. We plugged the show several times.
About a month ago, right?
Yeah, a little more, I think. Renee Taylor was here. We spoke to her. Oh my God, she was amazing. Of course, her husband, who has since passed away, Joe Bologna, was in the movie, and Karina was in the movie. And it's about an Orthodox Jewish man who enters a contest, a dance contest, but he's not allowed to touch the woman. There's no touching. And when you're dancing with Karina, there's got to be some touching there. So anyway, here's a little.
There's got to be touching of Karina.
It's got to be touching of Karina. You heard of the haunting of Karina Smirnoff? There's got to be touching of Karina. We'll talk to her about that too. Anyway, here's a little bit of her and everybody in Tango Shalom, and then we'll bring her in on the other side. Take a look.
Rabbi Yehuda, why do women wear scarves or wigs on their heads?
For respect.
My name is Viviana Nieves. What's yours?
The same way it is forbidden for a man to touch any woman other than one's wife.
Moshe, the children.
I had a dream.
Hashem told you to dance in a tango contest?
A Gentile dancing teacher wants to tango with you?
Dance.
In the TV contest?
No! You're a lunatic!
She's a bad mother.
you might find there is no need to touch this woman in tango.
How can I achieve my goal without sacrificing my sacred beliefs?
We're gonna kick him right out of the community.
I got big problems.
Big problems can be such big fun.
How do we convince people that a young, pretty, shiksa dancing partner is just a young, pretty, shiksa dancing partner?
She should be dressing very modestly.
We've got work to do.
We should be praying that he doesn't sin.
I never had a best friend before.
Who is that?
Yes, indeed. There she is, ladies and
Yay!
gentlemen.
Hi, guys. So good to see you. Hi, Scott. Hi, Suki.
Hi.
Karina, how are you, young lady? Good to see you. Where are you? Holed up in a corner somewhere? What's going on there?
Okay, so I'm actually in Florida, in Orlando, because I was working here a couple of days ago, and then we decided to stay back and show Orlando to my son.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
why I'm in the
Congratulations on the
corner.
baby.
Hopefully he's not gonna run into this room going bonsai, because now this is that stage, 20 months.
Bonsai. Well, listen. While we got you on, let's pop him up there. There he is.
Oh, look at the munchkin.
There you guys are. And his name is what? Theo, right?
Yes, Theo Gabriel. You know what?
So
Actually,
cute,
the
Karina,
funny
so
part.
cute.
So my director for Tango Shalom, right? His name is Gabriel Bologna. That's Renee Taylor's son.
That's right. That's right.
And I remember I've always loved name Gabriel, right? So then when Theo was born, everybody, my mom, his dad's mom, his dad, everybody had an input. This was like a year-long discussion, but I got Gabriel in it. It's Theo Gabriel. And
that's great.
Gabriel Bologna always said
Cute.
you never meet another Gabriel who's actually like mean or like an a-hole. You'll only meet great Gabriels.
Wait, I think I knew one Gabriel who's an a-hole, by the way. I think I know one.
Don't say that.
I don't know any, so don't listen to him. I don't know one.
That's so funny. Karina, listen, so let's talk about the movie first, because we have so much to talk about with you. I mean, Tango Shalom, obviously, you're talking about Orthodox Hasidic, the Jewish culture, which is totally foreign to even, normal Jewish folks like myself. And when I say normal, I just mean, non-Hasidic. What was that like for you? Did you have to kind of learn about that way of life a little bit before you got into the movie?
Well, interestingly enough, my dad is half Jewish.
Right, Russian,
So,
right?
yeah, I have a little bit of Jewish in me, but he's not religious, obviously, not to the extent that even a lot of the actors on the movie were. So I got to see a lot of prayers, a lot of traditional religious kind of gatherings, the clothing. So yeah, L'chaim, certain words. I remember my dad goes like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "I just spent 3 months with Joss and Gabriel and Claudio, and I got to know them." So
That's
yes,
so funny.
it was a little bit of a culture. Not shock, but like a learning process, because every single day we started off with a prayer. So we get good energy. So
okay.
everything was smooth. I guess some days the message got to, the higher power, and some days it didn't, because it wasn't as smooth. So we prayed extra hard the next day to make sure everything would go down smooth.
Oh, that's so funny. That is great. I mean,
What
go
was
ahead,
it
Sue.
like to work with some of the greats on that movie?
Yes. I mean, just Lainey Kazan, this is how actually
So
the
funny.
whole thing came about. So I always had this dream of doing not just Broadway, because I've done Broadway twice, but doing Chicago on Broadway, right? Like this was, since I was in high school in the Bronx. So I needed to learn how to sing. So I through
Sook,
a
she does
mutual
sing.
friend-
She sings,
You
Sook.
sing?
Sook, remember that. Just remember that for later.
Okay, we're
Okay,
gonna have to get you to
go ahead,
sing
Karina. I'm
tonight.
sorry. Go ahead, keep going.
I don't think you want me to sing, but I went on and took classes, singing classes from Lainey Kazan. And I guess she, the one who recommended me to go for an audition. And I went in, and the audition was with Gabriel Bologna right away. And Gabe was very easy, very down to earth, not like a regular audition. Normally, when you go for an audition, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the energy is weird, and then whatever you do in the audition, you never do in the real filming. You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But with Gabe, it was very easygoing. We talked. I read different lines. I did different steps, and then they said, like always, you know, we'll get back to you. So by the time I got to the car, they actually called and said they think that you would be great for it. So I remember I was doing the celebration
That's
dance
amazing.
in the parking lot.
I love it. And so I mean, listen, you came over, right, from you immigrated to the U.S., right, and then you end up in the Bronx and Fordham University, right? You graduated from Fordham.
Yes. So actually,
the
story goes, we came to New York, and it was literally 2 days after I turned 14. But, you know, you have this idea of New York City, like from the movies, the skyscrapers, the, you know, big roads, cars. And then we landed in JFK, and we drove straight to the Bronx. And it was like the Pelham Parkway, Grand Concourse area, which didn't really look like the, you know, the scenes of Manhattan and movies necessarily. So, and we, I mean, when you immigrate, when you just come to the States with the dream and hope of starting a new life, you start with zero. So my dad used to deliver newspapers by foot, right? Because he couldn't, I mean, we didn't have a car, and we didn't have a bike or the money to buy anything. And then my mom and I used to clean this hair salon on Morris Park Avenue. I don't know why I remember Morris Park. Wow. It's shocking to me. So like the whole journey in the beginning, it did not have that whole picture of an American dream. But you know what, now, because I see this, you know, the young generation, I work with them, I teach them, the experience of coming to the States in early 90s, because we moved in 1993, and I got to see, you know, the New York and America in the 90s and in 2000. It built so much character that I think the younger kids maybe don't have it the same way anymore, because everything is, you know, accessible. Everything
right
is
at
on
your
the
fingertips.
internet.
Yep.
And yeah, I would not change one thing.
University, a BA in economics and information systems, right? You're also
Yes,
a
but you know what?
designer.
This is embarrassing to admit. I can't turn
A
computer
five-time
on.
U.S. national champion, world trophy champion, Asian Open champion, Dutch Open, 5-time U.S. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Like, how did you go from a girl from the Bronx to the world stage dancing like that?
You know, I think just life does these kind of right place at the right time, and you take the opportunity and you make the best of it. That's why I always say to all the kids, I was like, you need to say yes, and then you'll figure out how you're going to go about it.
Right.
Because the moment you say no to an opportunity, that's 100%, nothing's going to happen. But if you say yes, you might fall, you know, on your face, you might embarrass yourself, or you can rise to the occasion. So yeah, but and I think God has been good, and I'm super, super grateful. And yes, it's been
when you were in
amazing.
college, were you also dancing at that point too? Were you balancing both at the same time?
Yeah, because I went to Fordham in the city. It was at Lincoln Center.
Wow.
Right. And it's a very private school. And whenever, especially when I competed, we didn't have like spray tan, and we didn't have all of that. And we want to make sure that we look really tan, because that's how you look Latin, you know, like you
right. You got to look Latin.
Ukrainian, Russian, Jewish girl needed to look Latin. So I would be like trying to get all this fake tan on, but it would come out like pretty orange, and it wouldn't come off. You can't wash it off for like a week, right? So I would fly to the comp, do the comp, then come back to the university, and my professor's like, like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I have this reaction on my skin. I don't know what to do. And then I had I think I had like 20 wisdom teeth because I had to lie because nobody would understand that, I just left for a week to Europe to compete. So I had to come up with this elaborate like butt mismer. Like I had all these holidays, wisdom teeth. Yeah, but within 5 years I finished the school, so which was good.
Karina, how many seasons did you do on Dancing with the Stars? How many seasons was it?
I think it was I think it was about 21 seasons.
21 seasons, not 21 years, because 21 seasons.
Yes, because we had
Right.
2 seasons a year.
A
Because I
year.
know when people start counting, they're like, "Wow, she must be like 80."
Yeah. Well, all right. So I want to. I know you finished first. You finished in first, right? You guys won the competition with Junior Martinez, right?
Yes.
JR.
Yes, JR. I think it's
yeah.
Jose Rene Martinez.
Yeah, he was the Army vet. You guys won. I'm going to go through a couple of the names, and then we're going to talk about them. Okay, so you got him. You got Mario Lopez, Billy Ray Cyrus, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Rocco DeSpirito, Steve Wozniak from Apple, Ralph Macchio, Doug Flutie, Mike the Situation Sorrentino, Randy Couture, Corbin Blue, Gavin DeGraw, and I think I left out a couple.
Yes.
So first of all, I just want to ask you about a couple of them. But what was it like dancing with Steve Wozniak? There's no way he had any rhythm. There's no way.
Well, yes. Okay. So maybe rhythm wasn't his strong suit, but now, especially now, going back like 10 years ago, dancing with someone who is a pioneer in our world.
Oh, yeah,
someone
amazing.
who actually changed the way we live today is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, so when you get somebody like that, I mean, does that make it that much harder for you and more frustrating for you in the practicing process, the rehearsals?
Well, with Steve, because I think a lot of genius people are not ordinary.
Extraordinary.
Even with the way they think and the way they speak. And Steve was definitely a very unique person, like even the way his brain would be thinking. So I would give him a piece of choreography, and next thing I know, he's kind of doing Ray Charles in the chair, like with his eyes closed. And I'm like, Steve, what are you doing? He goes, I'm dancing. I was like, get your ass up. Can I say ass?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
You already did.
Like, yeah, get up. We need to do it physically. Like you can't dance just, in the chair. But yeah, Steve was and such a his jokes. I remember one of the jokes that Steve told me. It was 10 years ago, and I couldn't understand it then. I remember looking at my producer, and my producer goes behind the camera like, but he said, imagine we could implant every person with a chip. And I'm like, okay. Like, we have Cha-Cha next week. He goes, well, we'll have no privacy. Would you want to have kids in the world like this? And I'm like, I don't know. Can we get back to practice? He goes, we've solved the problem of population. So it's like, the guy's brain is wired definitely different than most of us, for sure.
Can I ask you a question also with him? Did he do anything fun like Christmas gifts? Does he take you out on a Lear jet with the dinner's fantastic? I mean, give me some. I mean, the man has more money than God.
Yeah, well, he did, but it was a lot of dancers were laughing at me on the show, which was, I mean, they had a really good reason because he did presents for the whole cast except for me because he didn't want to influence my teaching.
Ah, okay.
And I was like, Steve, let's be real. I'm the only one you should really think about because I'm the one that kind of, I'm like, hello.
That's so funny. All right, listen, I'm going to throw up a couple pictures. You tell us, first thing that comes to mind. You ready?
Okay.
So how about this guy right here?
I love him. Ralph Macchio. That's one of the most amazing people I've ever met. sweet, kind, down to earth, sarcastic, but in a good way where you laugh at it. Um, love his wife Phyllis. Like if I were a guy, I'd marry her.
And
Yeah,
look
I
how
something like happened to my hair.
oh
Oh, this picture, the one where he's wearing a satin shirt. I made Ralph wear special underwear with what do you call it? Like with cushions on the butt to give him bigger butt.
oh really? Give him a little.
Yes, because it was like
really nice
salsa and
right
he
there.
needed to move more his hips. So yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
hates
so
me for
funny.
this.
That's so funny. And look how well he's doing now at Cobra Kai. It's
I
unbelievable.
know, I love his show. He's so good in it.
So good. All right, let's go through a couple other ones you got. How about this guy, little Billy Ray Cyrus?
Okay, Southern Gentleman. But have you guys watched? I'm sure you watched Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah,
Right, this
sure.
old comedy with Robin Williams.
Yep.
So I remember meeting Billy Ray, and I was kind of excited because he was my second partner on the show, right after Mario Lopez, and Mario was fantastic dancer. And Billy Ray goes, "Well, I can't bend down, I can't twirl, I can't turn, I can't run backwards." And I was like, this sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire. Remember the babysitter? He goes, "I don't do laundry, I don't do homework." And I'm like, you do know that this show requires all those things.
It's so funny. It's so that's how I'd be. I'm like, listen, I can't. My knees hurt, my back hurts. Just throw me around.
Because everybody says like you whip them into shape, you get them into the best shape of their life. Is the training so intense that they just, people have had like these incredible transformations on Dancing with the Stars?
It's true, it's you don't have a day off. It's 7 days a week, and if you not training, which you spend at least 8 hours a day just training, because you only have 4 days to get the routine. Then you have to go to do the fittings, then you have to do all the press things, then the master interviews, the pickup interviews. It's like 3 months and you don't have 1 day off.
Yeah.
So whether you want it or
Some
not,
workout.
you're
Oh my
gonna
God.
lose weight. Plus the stress of a live
Yeah.
show.
I mean,
and
we've had
doing something.
Souk, right? We've had Jerry Springer's been on, John O'Hurley. We've had so many people that have been on the show, and they all say the same thing: how tough it is, and just getting in shape and getting ready to do it. I've got a little. I want to treat everybody to a little dancing video of you on the ballroom floor that I found, not from Dancing with the Stars, because we can't use that. And I didn't know if we can use the music, so I changed the music.
Oh my God, am I gonna be dancing off music?
I put in my own music, and I think I matched it up pretty nicely. Take a look. It's about a minute. I wanted everybody to get a treat of you out on the dance floor. Watch.
Amazing.
Well, that's not bad, right?
The music was nice.
I think you guys should use that music next time you get out there. But yeah, no,
it did sound a little bit like the elevator music, but
You know what it is? I wasn't even paying attention to the music. I was just
watching you guys. Yeah, it's amazing.
Electrifying.
Can I tell you something? Back when ballroom dancing really started to kick in, my brother and I owned a production company, and we worked for a dance sport company where it was pure Souk. It was like chaos. So you have these competitions 3 days long, and you'd have 6, 7 couples out on the floor at the same time, and every one of them got their own videotape. So we used to have 6, 7 guys with cameras around the dance floor, and they'd all be out there at the same time, and each guy would focus on a different couple. And it was just some of the things these people were doing, whether they were in their 20s, some people into their 70s. I mean, the moves like you guys were just doing on the floor. It's such it's just, you got to be in such great shape to do what you guys do, let alone have the talent to be able to do what you do. But I just remember that, like, right at the cusp of dance sport becoming big, and ESPN was doing it and covering it.
Yeah.
And you guys were on ESPN. And then and all of a sudden, Dancing with the Stars was out, and bingo, everybody was watching ballroom dancing. So it was an incredible time.
Karina, when you signed up for this, did you know that it was going to be the hit that it turned out to be?
I don't think anybody knew, because dancing used to be more like a skill that a lot of the real artists used to have, like Jim Kelly, Sid Charisse, Fred Astaire, you know?
Yeah.
You had to act, sing, and dance. And then it became like a backstage thing, or like a backup dancing for bigger artists. And then when Dancing with the Stars and Strictly Come Dancing, because it's a show that started in England, and it was a spin-off in UK. A show used to be on for 50 years, and it was called Just Come Dancing, and it had two top couples in the middle of the floor competing with international world judges in the middle of the Royal Albert Hall. And it was every year, and it went on for 50 years, and it was extremely popular. And Richard Hopkins, who was the creator of Strictly Come Dancing, and then it became Dancing with the Stars, he took it around the world. And I remember, because I didn't sign up for the first season or the second, right? I was like, you know, a
Yeah, you got in
racehorse
on the
with
third,
blinders.
right?
Yeah, I was like, I mean, TV show, I'm here to win the world championship. And then a lot of my friends were on the show. And and I said yes to season 3. And my first partner was Mario Lopez. And then I think I was like 25 then. And I mean, I grew up and I learned my English from Saved by the Bell.
That's right.
Right. So then when I first met my partner, I was like, oh, righty.
I know you. You're Slater.
How we doing?
And then you guys actually took it further. You dated for a while, right?
Yeah, we lived together for a couple of years, 2.5 years. And you know, now is so many years ago. I can honestly say I was so in love. Like, whew, he could do whatever. Cha-cha-cha, okay.
Hey, he's a good-looking dude. He's a good-looking guy.
Yes, the dimples worked.
Yeah, the
What was
dimples.
the strangest thing that ever happened to you on Dancing with the Stars? The strangest.
Oh,
Or did you ever have a costume malfunction?
yes. Well, one of the malfunctions was with Billy Ray Cyrus, right? So I think it was maybe even the first show of that season. And Billy Ray had a song out called I Want My Mullet Back, right? So like a good sport, I was like, all right, so we're going to do cha-cha, and I'm going to wear a mullet wig. And then at the end, I'll do the spin, and then I'll drop into a split, and you rip the mullet off, and like you got the mullet back, right? I think we put a couple of too many pins. So I turn, I drop into the split, and he goes, yank, yank, and the mullet is not coming off. Right? So, and you know, it all happened super fast, like maybe 10 seconds, but it felt like it was maybe half a year long, like in the moment, because I think he panicked and he kept yanking and the wig wouldn't come off. And you could see it in the, like, because for the California, they had to edit because it kind of looked a little brutal.
Yeah, you had time, right?
Yeah, but when he kept pulling on the wig, like I kept coming up in the split off the floor. So then I grabbed his arm and I was like, let go. So he finally let go. I took the pins out. I gave him the pin and he was like, yeah. And then it was crickets in the ballroom, right?
Oh,
people were like, are you okay? Did he take half of your scalp off?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's when you were like, okay, maybe divine intervention, something, I don't know, like power outage or anything.
My God. Unbelievable. Listen, but before we go, I wanted to ask you, because I had seen it today. what the hell was this? The Haunting of Karina Smirnoff. What is it? Did you have some type of extraterrestrial, otherworldly experiences where you were being haunted somewhere? What was that?
Well, it wasn't like, I don't think I was haunted. I think the house that I bought at one point had spirits in it or something. Because I remember my mom called me one day and she goes, I heard you scream and saying, Mom, Mom. And I know that you're not home. Like, she knew I was in Europe somewhere or Asia.
Right.
So then certain things used to happen in that house. And we had not a psychic, what do you call a person who sees things and feels, not a psychic, it's a medium. A
medium, there you go.
Yeah, a medium come out, and she said that the house was built on a place that had like an accident before. But yeah, I sold it.
It's like,
I would have been out of there so fast.
It's like Poltergeist. You move the headstones, but you never move the graves.
No way.
What? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Karina! Listen, the movie right here is Tango Shalom.
Tango Shalom.
Everybody should. I guess it's not in the theaters anymore, but it's on digital. You can get it on demand. It's really funny, and it's just that, you know, the concept really is. It's an Orthodox Hasidic Jewish guy who goes into a dance competition, but the only problem is, and it looks like you guys are pretty close in that shot, he's not allowed to touch. He's not allowed to touch any.
Saying now? That's
there is still like an inch and a half.
He's not allowed to touch anybody else but his wife. So that's a little bit of a predicament.
It's a great movie, and it's a feel-good movie, and it has a beautiful message, and especially nowadays, because I think like we want the message of love and happiness and understanding and tolerance.
Togetherness, that we're all together.
Yes.
Wherever we're from, you know, it's all the same thing. It's all
fantastic.
Exactly. Amen.
There it is. Tango Shalom. You got Renee Taylor, Lainey Kazan, Joe Bologna. It's just a great movie. Listen, Karina, thank you so much for coming on. I want to listen. Congratulations on your son.
Thank you.
And you are listen, boys are a lot less drama than girls, so you're good. You're good on that one.
I know. He grabs me by my ears to kiss me on the lips, and he goes, and I'm like, at least buy me dinner.
Karina, what before you go, what's next for you? Any projects, dance tournaments, or are you just being a mom right now?
Yeah, well, being the mom, it takes a lot of time, but I'm flying tomorrow to Italy to judge the amateur worlds.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
It's like 3 stops, but I'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there eventually. And wear your mask and get your COVID test.
Exactly.
Karina, thank you so much. Continued success. Please come back again, okay?
Thank you so much.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, guys. Stay safe.
Take care. Bye.
You too.
Suk, she's a doll, right? So talented.
Oh my God, she's beautiful. She's funny. She's from the Bronx.
You can imagine that from the Bronx. It's so funny. She immigrated.
University grad, Lincoln Center. I mean, like, wow.
She ends up, the family immigrates here, and she ends up in the Bronx.
Our next guest is gonna just heat up the holiday season there,
yes,
Scotty.
Suk. This is the beginning of the holiday season. You know, they moved the StreamYard moved. See our names come up, and they moved that on me. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it the whole time she was on. I'm like, oh, man, I want to put her name up. I finally found it. But anyway, Suk, yes, our next guest, our female viewers love him. Rex Dean, he's been on before. We had him on. Then I remember he was on our Christmas special last year. He sent in a song. Fantastic. I know he's got more Christmas music. Guy's got the voice of just one of those voices that the women love. And he could sing you the phone book, right? And it would sound great. Rex Dean, let me play a little bit, and then we'll bring him in on the other side. Here you go.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me.
Fill my heart with song and let me play forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Live.
Winner already, Rex Dean!
Oh.
How are you, buddy?
That makes me laugh. I haven't seen that in so long. It's so cute.
You know, some of the other stuff that we've played of yours was more recent, but I already played it, so I figured I'd go back in time a little bit. But you sound great either way. I was like, what, 5-6 years ago, right?
Yeah, right when I first got to LA, you can see I have a sound blanket behind me.
You got the blanket? Yeah, I love it.
Man, it's so funny. You know, if you're engaged and having fun, you know, I keep thinking like I need to figure out complicated music videos, but I'm pretty hard on myself, and I enjoy watching that. It looks like what a funny guy just having fun.
That's it, man. You don't need all the schmaltz of the video as long as it sounds good. You know, take it. Those songs take you. Yeah, take you wherever you want to go. How you been, bud?
I've been good.
Many of our, after the last time you were on here, so many of our viewers were like, followed you on your Facebook page. I don't know if you know that, but like there's a ton. I just saw that. Was it Philippine Richardson? There's a whole bunch of people who were like, I follow Jeannie Clay.
Please
everybody.
Do. And Instagram is rex.dean. I'm working on an album that I would love to share with you guys. And these days, everything is free, so I'm not trying to get money out of anybody. Just, I'd love for people to see, hear, and hear these things.
Yeah, no, I read you were working on an EP of some standards, right? Was that correct?
That'll come next. I already have that one done, but I want to put out some originals first. But I had a nice experience today I was going to tell you about. Speaking of Karina and her gorgeous little baby, when I had a baby that age, let me see if I can't shut off my reverb. Anyway, when I had a baby that age, I thought, this kid looks like an alien. He's so pretty. It was my third kid, and he looked sort of like the Gerber baby, but even more beautiful. And I'd had a friend who said, if you ever want to make a movie, let me know, and I'll be happy to fund it. And so I spent a year, and I wrote a movie. So the baby was 1.5 years old. The movie is called Space Baby. It's about how these my 8-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter had to rebuild the Holy Grail to get a new soul for the earth. And that is Space Baby.
That's great. And you had somebody funded for you?
Yeah, this friend gave me $500,000.
Wow.
And
that's
then
amazing.
He died. He had AIDS and he died, and his estate didn't want to finish funding it. And so I'm just finishing it now. But I had a great experience today. We used a song at the end of the film. I sang with one of Luther Vandross's backup singers, who's now with Bruce Springsteen, named Cindy Mizell, one of the best singers in America. She was in that 20 Feet from Stardom. And I cast her in my movie as a nurse so that I could sing along with her this song. And 20 years later, I'm looking through the contracts, and I realized I'd never gotten permission to use this song. And I said, well, when we sell the movie, we'll give you $3,000. And I don't really have $3,000 nowadays. And, and these, you expect to get like a penny an hour with streaming services. So it'll take a lot of time. So the woman who wrote the song died last year, but her daughter is a great jazz singer named Jeannie Bryson. And she's now a new great friend. And we talked for 2 hours today. And she said, none of us have ever made much money in music. I don't care about the money. Forget about it. You just have my permission. I'm so happy to hear the song.
That's great.
So I can't wait to share that one with you, because singing with a duet with Cindy has been great.
You'll have to come back on when you do it. I mean, everybody logging on now, they're all going, sing, Rex, sing.
All right.
Sing some more songs. Tell Scott and Suki to shut up already.
All right.
But let's yeah, you know what? Do whatever you like, and then we'll talk some more on the other side. It's
All
Christmas
right.
time, man. It's Christmas. I know you got some good Christmas music
Well,
in there.
I don't have any haunting stories except the haunting of baby Jesus.
You're the haunted by the ghost of Suki and Scott.
Yeah. So this is a song my piano player Harvey Diamond played for me about 5 years ago in Brooklyn. It's called The Christmas Song.
Nice.
Can you hear the music?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny little tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever sung with seeing comments like that. They just like crack me up.
You have to read them and sing at the same time.
I'm glad there was nothing. I'm glad there was nothing like shut up.
No, Rex, that's only when I sing. It's Scott, you suck. Keep quiet. Oh man, you know what? We'll keep that one. This way I don't have to bother you for a Christmas song this year. We'll just play that on our Christmas special. That sounded great, man. Really good.
Rex, can you sing some off your new album that's going to be coming out the standards?
No. It
No,
would take me
not yet.
It would take me a while to set up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need the music and stuff.
Yeah.
Rex, listen, before you sing another one, I was telling Suki before about Yellowstone, the show, with Kevin Costner, which is phenomenal now. Everybody's watching it. I finally got into it. My wife and I can't stop watching it. It's so good. And I saw in your bio that you actually used to chase cattle, right? You grew up with a lot of family members. You what? 9 kids? What was it?
Yeah, I
how
grew up
many?
with 9 kids on a
9 kids
farm
in Colorado,
Colorado,
right?
yeah.
And you guys were chasing cattle around out there on the farm?
Yeah, that's what cowboys do. It's not really glamorous. You're not roping.
Right, right.
You're waving your arms and chasing them and lifting hay bales. And,
Right, yeah. And you're just moving them around. Now the point I never understood why are they constantly moving the cattle around? But it's for them to graze, right? They keep moving them to.
Why are you moving?
I'm like, what? I'm like, what's happening? And they just they move them from here, then they chase them this way. Then if some get lost in the woods, they got to go in and bring them in.
City kid, it's
I'm like,
crazy.
Well, they need to go shopping.
Right,
They need to go to restaurants. No.
Like, what do they want? They leave the cattle alone, let them sit and eat. But I guess they eat,
They're
and then
harassing the cattle. They just want to relax.
they're constantly chasing these cattle, the bulls and the cows. I'm like, let them eat already. But no, I guess seriously, they eat, and then they eat up in that
you eat
spot,
out one area,
and then they move them around.
Then you move them to another area.
Yeah. It's wild.
It's got grass. Yeah.
You have to excuse two city kids who never had any.
I've never chased cattle.
The petting zoo.
Yeah, I tipped a few cows when I was younger, but I never did the.
I tipped a cow too.
Yeah, we tipped a couple, but so funny. It's a great show, though, Rex. If you ever get it,
do that. I love Kevin Costner. I didn't know about it, so.
It's so good. It came out in 2018. It's 4 or 5 seasons. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about Yellowstone. I finally put it on, and I'm literally like, it's one of those shows that you think about when you're not watching it. You know what I mean? Like, you think about what you just saw, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to get back to it later tonight. But you check it out. It's really, really good. Yellowstone, and right from the beginning, they got you hooked. And it's really, really cool. It's a great show. But
oh, good.
Rex, after your project comes out, are you already working on another project?
I've got, yes, this is a ADD kind of thing. You're just, you can't finish the first 12. You write another 12 and another 12. So I've got 3 albums of songs already done.
Wow.
So that's amazing. That is amazing.
I love writing the songs. I don't know about finishing them and marketing them, but I love.
You're good at writing them.
Yeah.
I love that. You want to do another one? What do you want to do? Christmas, cover? What do you like?
I was going to do, you know what? If we just have time for one more, I'm going to do White Christmas.
You could do 1 or 2. It's up. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to do 2 more, we'd love to do it.
Well, I'll do White Christmas first. Well, all right. If you got time.
Yeah.
I wrote a
You know
song.
what Jordan Gray is saying? Did you know that Kevin Costner sings too? Did you know that?
Costner sings? No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Look at Jordan Gray. Huh?
You know, I had a professor in college who used to have a poets theater, and a bunch of actors came to read for him. And Christopher Reeve was there, and I was a friend of the professor, so I sat up on stage with him. And Bill Murray sat right in front of me.
Oh.
And he's a great, funny reader of poems. So about 6 years ago, I was in New York, and I went to the bathroom in this little cafe in Greenwich Village, and my daughter texts me and says, "Dad, Bill Murray is at the table next to ours." And
what the hell? Cookie, what is that? What is happening?
Stop.
Oh, punish that kid. Punish him right now.
Yeah, come over here. Come over. Just kazoo.
Did you hear my kazoo?
No, we didn't hear it, bro. We didn't hear it. We're not on the air anywhere. We didn't hear it.
That's a great
He just came home from practice. This is my life, Rex. Sorry.
Kazoo practice.
So I came out from the bathroom, and I went up to him and I said, "Bill, I was on stage with you with, Bill Alfred's play reading." And he said, "Oh, just hearing his name fills my heart with light." And he sat and talked to us for a couple hours. He gave a book of poetry that he had with him to my daughter. And I said something to him. I said, "Hey, do you sing?" And my daughter hit me and said, "Are you kidding? He's a great singer. Did you not see his Christmas special?"
Yeah, Bill,
and
always.
He said it was his favorite thing he'd ever done was the Christmas special singing. So
he used to do on SNL. He used to play the lounge singer. Remember,
That's
with the
right.
cigarette?
Yeah.
He would always he was great.
I think a lot of great actors are probably pretty great singers. So.
Yeah, he was amazing, man. What a talent.
Yeah. Well, so this is a song I wrote that's sort of like Silent Night, a new take on silence.
Nice. You wrote this one?
Yeah.
Light it up.
So here we go.
silence, the snow falls, weaving shawls of white. The roads are impassable. The world is yours tonight. Stars rise, the earth glows in an otherworldly light. This time is the first time and the last you'll see this sight. Whispering footsteps, your icy breath are the only sign that life remains on earth. Imagine if this feeling spread around the world to every living soul. The peace you feel inside your heart is there because you've got a place to call home. Oh, home. Home, oh, home. Our brothers and sisters and Mary and Joseph are out in the cold tonight, wondering whether their baby will live till the morning to see the new light. Silence, the snow falls, the road calls your name. Silence has found you outside your window pane. A feeling of old time, long before we came. Silence, sorry, it makes me cry. Sweet silence, hold and keep. You say.
Good stuff. Very nice.
Yeah, there's a
Very
lot of
nice.
refugees
Beautiful.
out there.
Oh,
Everyone's
man.
speechless. People are saying, amazing, Rex, loving it. Thank you for being on the show. Keep singing. We need more.
Thank you so much.
Rex,
Fireplace, a glass of wine, and
Yeah,
Rex. The perfect
fireplace,
evening.
glass of wine, and Rex. There it is. Jeannie
Oh,
Clay, summing it up perfectly.
I'm ready.
I
think I'll get one.
Rex, you want to kill him with a little encore before we go? Little,
Yeah, this one
what do you
was
like?
written not far from here in Beverly Hills, I'm pretty sure, by Irving Berlin, way back in the day. And when you're in California, every once in a while, you wish for this one thing.
Well, I think I know what it is.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know in Boston before I moved here, where the treetops glisten and children actually listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
That's nice. Rex, great job, baby. Great job. Listen, where can everybody get a hold of you? Where can they find your music? And I mean, all of our viewers got hearts pounding over here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I love talking to you guys and seeing your faces.
We're still here, Rex. We're still here.
You're still as amiable and as sweet as I remember. And your kazoo band is great. I love that.
Yes, that's coming up next here on this fine program, the kazoo.
But Rex Dean, you just have to remember like the Tyrannosaurus and then
Rex.
like James Dean. You know, one thing I found out since I saw you last is my 92-year-old aunt told me my uncle, her second husband, was kind of an uncle to James Dean.
Really?
James Dean's best friend. James Dean's dad's best friend was my uncle's best friend. They met in the war, and my uncle always felt bad because he introduced James Dean to racing. But I think kids are going to find motorcycles and cars if they want. But anyway, so last name is Dean, Rex like Tyrannosaurus. Rex.Dean and Instagram. I'm happy to take Facebook friends. I still got thousands of spaces, so I'd love to keep in touch.
It's great, man. Rex, you're really fantastic, and I hope your career just continues to go up and keep writing those songs, my friend. We love you,
thanks.
pal, and you just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you
and
for being here.
Eventually, you'll be exactly where you want to be, my friend.
Well, thanks. Have a great Christmas season, you guys.
Rex, thank you, bud. Take care, my friend.
Happy
Enjoy the holidays.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Bye-bye. Oh, Suk, he's a talented guy.
I mean, the women are swooning, but get
They're
ready.
Swooning. The women are
Swooning. Anita Anderson, Jill.
They really
Jeannie
are.
Clay, swooning Jeannie Clay.
The swooning of a white. Suk, we have we'll be back tomorrow at 1. You good for 1 tomorrow? Any craziness happening tomorrow?
I should be good. I mean,
1?
I gotta stop this. He's got a kazoo. I mean, what child walks into their house with a kazoo? My house.
Tomorrow we're heading over to Bangkok for Patrick Kuhn. I think it's Kuhn or Kun. Kuhn, I think. He was one of America's Got Talent's most popular magicians. He's coming on. It's going to be he's going to be across the world. Casey Tebow is a big Hollywood director. He's coming on with us tomorrow. And then on Thursday, Dustin Dean, this insane mentalist, is going to be with us. along with Bart Johnson, who's the father from High School Musical, Coach Bolton. So he's coming on, and guy who's always on with us is Philly baby.
Woohoo!
What's up, Philly kid?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Oh, we're good. But listen, give us your comments on Rex Dean. What'd you think, man? What'd you think?
That guy is smooth, man. Smooth. Yeah, I can see why the ladies were swooning over him.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
We're swooning over you now, Phil.
Yeah, the minute you pop in there, the minute you
waxes and wanes.
Phil, listen, what's the latest news? Suki needs to know. AGT, what are we doing? Is it happening?
I'll fill you guys in.
You're not gonna fill us in on the side, off the show?
I think
not
you
on the
just
show?
Stop pressuring him. Poor guy.
Yeah, because right now I'm trying to keep my mouth shut halfway on this side, because let me tell you this story real quick. So yesterday, my wife and I were sitting. It's in the morning time, so we usually drink our coffee and eat our breakfast in the day room, look out the window, and just enjoy life. I'm eating a ham and egg sandwich, and I chomp down on something hard and break a tooth right in half. I mean, right. I mean, as soon as I did it, my wife said, "What was that?" I heard that pop. And I said, "Well, that was my tooth." And so half of my tooth is loose, like when you're a little kid and you're losing your teeth. It was moving around like that. So I got an emergency appointment with my dentist. I was in the chair for 3 hours while they dug it out.
Now you're feeling pain for you, sympathy pain.
While they dug it out, and then this place also does same day tooth implants. So I had a tooth implant, but I still have the big hole there until the tooth comes in 3 or 4 months down the road. I mean, I get a temporary in about 4 days, but I'm trying to keep, which side is it? This one. I'm trying to keep this side of my mouth down so I don't look like the toothless wonder. So
mashed potatoes, ice cream.
Phil, did you go for the sweet air at least, the nitrous oxide, or just?
They didn't offer me that, but when I about pulled the handles on the chair almost off a couple of times,
like the marathon man.
Yes, they did give me a couple extra Novocaine shots.
Oh Lord, unreal, man. Sue, great show tonight.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back at 1 o'clock.
Take care. Feel better, Phil.
See you, babe. Philly kid was shaking. Karina Smirnoff, she was great. How cute is she, man? She's fantastic.
Yeah. Great.
She is. She was such a great personality and talented young lady. Tango Shalom. You rent it. You'll love it. It's fun. It's a light movie. Phil, have you been watching Yellowstone?
I have not, but I heard it's pretty good. I heard it's really good.
You would love it. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's really, really good. Kevin Costner. I'll give you a quick synopsis. Kevin Costner is he's the owner of the biggest ranch in the whole country. It's
Nice.
like 200,000 acres in Montana. And there's so much. He's literally like the Don Corleone of the cowboys and the ranchers.
Wow.
And it's everybody wants him. Everybody's after him. Everybody's trying to take him down. And it's just, he's got his family and the cowboys and these guys. It's gory. It's got action. It's got intrigue. Costner's great. The cast is great. And my wife and I zipped through the first season in like 2 days, 3 days. And it's so good. I can't wait to get back to it. And nobody, you didn't really hear of Yellowstone until just, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why, because it's been on Paramount, I guess, or it's lost somewhere. But now it's out there, and you would love it. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. I did just get finished watching the one with Kevin Hart,
True Story?
True Story.
Yeah, that's good too.
If you want to see a good one with a twist at the end that not even I pride myself on seeing the twist coming. I did not see this one coming.
No, you didn't see that coming. Not at all. But it was really good. 7 episodes, quick, like 40 minutes each. You're in and you're out, and it was really, really good. Yeah, really good.
Yeah. I'd love to get Kevin Hart or Wesley Snipes on the show, man.
I've been trying to get Wesley. I've been trying to get him on. I'm working on it. We have, we do have coming on, and we just booked yesterday. The beginning of next year, January, we finally got Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. Mickey Dolenz is coming on, and the guy who was the lead singer of the Rascals, Felix. I lost his last name. Felix, we'll call him for now. Is the guy who was the lead singer of the Rascals. Good love, needed love, and good love.
Yeah, we can. I got some good songs I could do for both of those guys.
Yeah, and they do. I forgot that they did. How can I be sure in a world that's constantly changing? Yeah. So he's coming on. They're both in concert together in in January. Yeah, here in the New York area. So Felix Cavalieri is he's one of the guys who started the Rascals.
Yeah, they've got what they got. It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll sit right down for a while.
It's a beautiful morning.
I also got good love. Give me that good loving.
All I need is that. I got 3 or 4 of them that are like big popular tunes amongst other stuff. But really cool. So yeah, that was kind of put in our lap yesterday. So I said, sure, we'll take them on 2 different days, and this way we get 2 different shows out of them. And like I said, tomorrow we got a great show coming up. We're going to Bangkok. Patrick Kuhn is an amazing magician.
Yes.
And another movie director we have on tomorrow. So it's going to be fun. We'll be back in our 1 o'clock live slot, but of course we'll re-air. We'll re-air this show later tonight. Maybe we'll slap this thing on like 10 o'clock, 10:30 later on. And let's rock and roll. Now, before you sing, would you rather hear our duet from the weekend before we start, or should we finish with that and leave off with our Eleanor Rigby?
Let's finish up the show with that one.
With Eleanor Rigby, okay.
At the
and
end.
by the way, one guy wrote in, "You suck," meaning me. So that was it. Just one guy.
Yeah. I had a couple on my timeline saying, "Can you please get rid of Scott?"
Get rid of Scott. I love that. Get rid of Scott.
I try to be polite and say, no, we're a team. He's my friend. We're not going to do that.
Don't they see it says Suki and Scott show right up on the logo?
Yeah, if I get rid of Scott, where am I going to be?
There's no. What did he do? Get rid? I love those. That cracks me up. That was always the best. I'm telling you, when I was on the air and people would write in, I'd get 9 out of 10 would be great emails. Oh, we love this guy. One person would write in, they can't stand me, tries to be too fun. Anytime someone would rip me, I would put it on the air. That was from the mailbag, I would call it. The Pix 11 mailbag. Let's see what our viewers are saying about me this evening. And I would, we'd play sad music under it. It was so much fun. Those are the best.
Yeah, what is the old saying? You can't please all of the people all of the time. No. So why even try?
You can only please some of the people some of the time.
That's right. And I say just live life, have fun, and the haters can just, kiss my foot.
That's it. Jill, somebody's birthday up here. Let's see who I'm seeing on the screen. Jill. People saying happy birthday, Jill. Which Jill is it? I guess if you just sing happy birthday, Jill.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay. Here you go. This one's to Jill and anybody else who has a birthday today.
Go ahead, Philly kid.
Happy birthday to you,
Jill Jones.
Happy birthday to you,
Jill Jones.
Happy birthday, Jill Jones. Jill Jones. Happy birthday to you and many, 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 many more.
Mrs. Jill Jones. Jill Jones.
We got a thing going on.
Oh, Lord. All right, Philly kid, you want to sing a couple?
Yeah, I'll sing a couple. But first, I do want to say December 7th Just want to remind everyone.
Yep.
80 years ago today, on the morning of December 7, 1941, the Japanese attacked the United States naval base at Pearl Harbor and also other nearby military installations. And, just a few hours later, America was at what some call the greatest war in the history of mankind. And I want to take a few minutes to just talk about, some of the veterans from that war. A lot of people think that was our greatest generation, and I tend to agree with them. They don't make men and
they don't make no, not like that.
Not like that anymore. And if Pearl Harbor was 80 years ago today, so
that's amazing.
Anyone who's left, these guys and girls are approaching, or a lot of them are over 100 years old. So if you have any of those in your family or friends, or them, go seek them out, shake their hands, take them to buy them dinner, because, once they're gone, we are going to lose, the greatest generation. So thank you, veterans of World War II, all veterans actually, but especially those guys today and girls.
Beautiful.
But so yeah, let me see. I threw this one up the other day, and it did pretty good. It's doing pretty good. Getting some good view numbers.
Good reviews. All right.
Yeah. And it goes, the band Bread.
So, oh yeah, you did put up a nice one. Yes.
Okay.
Great bread.
It goes, and I may ask for your assistance, Scotty. So here we go. Hey, have you ever tried really reaching out for the other side? Maybe climbing on rainbows, but baby, here goes. Dreams there for those who sleep. Life is for us to keep. And if you're wondering what this song is leading to, Scotty,
I want to make it with you.
I really think that we could make it, girl. No, you don't know me well. And every little thing only time will tell. But you believe the things that I do, and we'll see it through.
Do.
Life can be short or long. Love can be right or wrong. And if I choose the one I'd like to help me through, Scotty,
I want to make it with you. I really think that we could make it, girl.
Baby, you know that dreams there for those who sleep. Life, it's for us to keep. And if I choose the one I'd like to help me through, Scotty,
I want to make it with you. Da 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 dee da do. Ya da 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 dee da da do 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 do. You know what other song I like from Bread?
What's that?
I would give anything I own. I give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give anything I have just to have you back again.
Just to have you back again. Yep, I love me some Bread. Let's see.
I think that song. Go ahead, what?
Beautiful Morning, the Rascals.
Oh yeah, light it up. Get me ready for little Rascals next month, Philly Kid.
It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while and smile. Just taking some fresh, clean air, boy. No sense in staying inside. The weather's fine and you've got the time. It's your chance to wake up and plan another brand new day. Either way, it's a beautiful morning. Each bird keeps singing his old song. So long, I've got to be on my way now. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah.
Nice, Philly kid. Nice. Oh, it's Lynn's birthday too today. Very nice. Happy birthday, Lynn.
Happy birthday,
Lynn Morley. Happy birthday, Lynn Morley. Happy birthday, Lynn Morley. Happy birthday to you.
And many, many more. Lynn
Morley. Yaddy-da-doo. Yaddy-da-dee.
So how about a little Ronnie Millsap? I put this one up the other day.
Oh, wait. Is this Stranger in My House?
Yes.
Oh, I love Stranger in My House.
There's a silence here between us I've never heard before. And I can't find the love in her eyes anymore. There's some changes going on. I'm beginning to understand. When I'm holding her, I swear I feel the presence, of another man. There's a stranger in my house. Somebody here that I can't see. A stranger in my house. Somebody here trying to take her away from me. She said, staring out the window, she's 1,000,000 miles away. And when I ask if she's all right, she never has much to say. Is it somebody we both know? Or somebody she just met? Is she loving him in her mind while she's lying here in my bed? There's a stranger in my house. Somebody here that I can't see. A stranger in my house. Somebody here trying to take her away from me. Yeah.
Oh, baby Phil, you know what you got to give me a little bit of while we're on Ronnie Millsap?
What's that?
Is he the one? Is he the same guy who does I wouldn't have missed it for the world? Wouldn't have missed loving you, girl. Right? Isn't that him?
Yes. Let me see. Let me pull up some lyrics here.
You know that song? It was a huge song on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't change one memory.
Our paths may never. Let's see if I get it right. It's been a long time since I heard it. Our paths may never cross again.
There you go.
Maybe my heart will never mend, but I'm glad for all the good times, 'cause you brought me so much sunshine, and love was the best it's ever been. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Wouldn't have missed loving you, girl. You made my whole life worthwhile with your smile. Scotty?
And I wouldn't trade one memory, 'cause you mean that much to me. You make my whole life worthwhile?
Even though I lost you, girl.
Even though I lost you, girl, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Dude, that's a good duet for us, I think. That might be a good duet.
That's a great idea.
I think I'm here. The Grammys are calling again, Philly. I think that's a good one.
But anyway, kind of a surprise deal. I'm going to make an announcement.
Oh Jesus, what's this? I don't know anything about it.
No, it's going to be a shocker. A shocker, Scotty.
All right, go ahead.
But my son and I, we wrote a song. I wrote it.
Right.
Yeah, he helped me with the music. It's called Freedom Called. It's a very patriotic song. But anyway, it hasn't released yet on streaming services, but I will be debuting it here
say it
on the Suki and Scott show. Probably within. I'm gonna let Scott determine the show time.
Go ahead.
And whenever it's gonna be.
Oh, so it's ready to roll the video?
No, it's not,
just you singing it. You mean?
Yeah, I'm singing it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And you going music too, or acapella?
Yeah, music too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're gonna go live with the music on this show.
Right. And
it's not a video. It's you as is right now doing this new tune that you wrote and produced with your son.
Yes. And it will be out on streaming services soon, but I want to debut it here on the Suki and Scott show.
Ah, nice. Okay. So when would you like to do it? We could do tomorrow. We could do on Thursday. What's today? Tuesday? I'm all thrown off because we have a third show this week. We have tomorrow and Thursday. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Let me just see who else is coming on. How many? We have I'll tell you, Thursday we got a great show with the guy from High School Musical, and we have this mentalist on.
Yeah, we can do it Thursday.
We could do it Thursday. Then you ever see the movie The Replacements with Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
Remember that movie?
Yep.
My wife loves that movie. She loves Keanu Reeves in that movie. When we had our dog Shane, she was named after Shane Falco, which is Keanu Reeves' name in the movie. Nice. He's the replacement quarterback. You know the guy who's the real quarterback of the team, who he replaces. You know, they mess up Keanu's car. The guy who played the first string quarterback, you know, the wealthy, if you remember that guy, his name is Brett Cullen. He played that actor. You know, they have the fight in the bar, the whole deal. He's coming on the show.
Nice.
He's done a ton of stuff, but that was, as soon as I saw his picture, I was like, hey, that's the other quarterback from The Replacements. He's coming on the 16th. So anytime you want to debut that tune, Philly Kid, maybe we do it Thursday. This way we can promote it tomorrow again.
Yeah.
And this way everybody will tune in to hear right here an exclusive, a debut performance.
Yes. But we're very proud of it. It's going to be a very, very good song, and see what happens.
All right. You know what else is a award winner? I understand.
What's that?
This one right here.
Look at all the lonely people. Look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, wait in the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near. Look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Look at all the lonely people. Look at all the lonely people. people. Eleanor Rigby died in a church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong?
Woo! Some of our best work, I think, Scotty.
God, the Beatles. Well, George Harrison called. He said it's amazing. He's not even alive anymore, and he still called. I'm like,
nice.
I just said George Harrison. He's not. Hey, did you see that Beatles documentary on Disney Plus? You guys have Disney Plus?
Yes, I have not seen it.
It's supposed to be unbelievable. All that footage from when they were in the studios and stuff. It's all been digitized and colorized, and it's very cool seeing them sitting there putting songs together and coming up with words to songs.
Yeah,
it's really it's amazing that they had the foresight to sit and record these guys while they were sitting there putting those songs together.
You know, when I was 8 years old, there was a movie that they did on the movies similar to that one. I think it was called Let It Be.
Yeah, that was the movie.
Yeah, that was a movie, and it was all in the studio. They were in the studio making their songs or whatever. And for an 8-year-old kid, and my sister and I, we snuck out because we're like, this has no cartoons. It has no, it has no chase scenes.
They're killing me.
Yeah, so we ditched it. So I'm gonna try to watch this one all the way through.
Yeah, I think that Peter Jackson is the guy who put it all together, and he went through like hours and hours of stuff. And Yoko's in there, and Paul McCartney, Linda McCartney, and it's just them. They're constantly smoking and writing songs, and trying to finish each other's songs and put work. It's really, really cool. Because I've seen bits and pieces, but it's amazing.
Whatever people can think whatever they want to about the Beatles, but one thing that I take to heart, and I think everyone else should, is when they said, "All you need is love."
Take it, Philly.
All you need is love. Da 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 da. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need.
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 Love is all you need. She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Philly Kid will be back tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock on the East Coast. By the way, I don't know if you caught this, but we had this woman on earlier tonight. Could you imagine? We've had this beautiful lady on earlier this evening.
Yeah, somebody works out.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, somebody works out.
That's all I'm going to say. You got to be in pretty good shape to do what they do. But Philly Kid, listen, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back. We'll rebroadcast. Listen, if you guys are bored, you want to watch this show again, watch Karina and Phil and Rex and watch the singing again. We're going to bring it back live. I don't know, maybe 10. Maybe we go a little 11 o'clock late show, Phil. I'll rebroadcast. But
sounds good. Just let me know.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. We love you. Big things are happening.